Hey everybody, welcome back. There are so many choices of desktop microphones, and the general impression amongst content creators is the more expensive, the better. And another common conclusion is you get what you pay for. And although we have all found this to be true in so many cases, this is not always the case, especially here with the Fifine AM8. Many years ago when I joined the Marine Corps band, I was young and naive, as we all are, and I didn't realize the gold mine that I had landed on, or the life-changing occupation that I found, or the friendships that would be so everlasting. I hardly considered myself as a professional musician because there was so much talent in the ensemble that it was intimidating to even mumble the words. But a wise leader told me that if I'm getting paid for doing my job as an instrumentalist, then that makes me a professional. So when it comes to microphones, if it produces a quality that impresses a client, then it's simply put considered professional, regardless of the build quality. I mean, who defines the professional and non-professional gear anyways? Technology is growing so fast and competitive that the cheapest builds might still have that inner working to produce amazing results. This is definitely the case with the Fifine AM8 dynamic microphone. For $60, this is my favorite microphone within this price range, and it provides some pretty awesome features that I just have to share with you. So if you're a podcaster, a narrator, a gamer, a content creator, or anybody else who just likes audio, you'll want to hear me out. Just to remain transparent though, Fifine did reach out to me, but gave me full autonomy, the freedom to review the mic as I see fit. You all know that I won't review something that wastes your time or mine. This one most certainly does not waste anyone's time. I have a few USB microphones that I've reviewed on my channel, but this one smokes them all in sound quality. But this is the only dynamic microphone of the lot because the others are condenser mics. I did choose this white one for my wife's setup because she makes classes and she runs her own YouTube channel, and after hearing it, I might have to get rid of all of my other microphones and pick one up for my own setup. I honestly think very highly of this so-called budget microphone. They also have a black one, and even a pink one too. But moving on to the build quality, although it has a plastic body, I've heard some pretty strange things that people say that they can hear the final render of plastic. How do you hear plastic or a resonant cup? That's not how this works. It's going the other direction. But anyways, I'm calling bullshit on that, and I think some just need something to say and have pretty much run out of ideas. I have also heard a content creator complain that he could slightly wiggle the knobs to imply a cheap design. Did I remind you that this is a $50 to $60 microphone and it's primarily built all plastic? And the last interesting critique about this one that I've heard was someone talking about the yoke stand and how it didn't tighten down enough to maintain the position of the microphone. Maybe some models did have this issue, but this one seems fine. If it did though, I think I could find a couple of washers to make sure I can tighten it down to secure it properly. Let me remind you that this is a sub $60 microphone that produces astounding sound quality. Outside of that build though, the Fifine AM8 looks more purposeful than any of my other microphones. It checks boxes like aesthetics, heavy stand, the ability to use a boom arm, adjustability, the choice of XLR or USB, headphone monitoring, ease of use, cost, and yes, RGB. We love a splash of RGB, and where many other manufacturers lack that implementation of RGB, this one provides a classy touch on the bottom of it. In order to change the colors, you press one touch-sensitive button to toggle through solid colors and two variations of RGB, whereas one changes the entire strip at once and the other cyclically travels around the ring. So now that we have all the mundane stuff out of the way, let's hear the difference between the XLR and the USB inputs, and you let me know what you think. I'm not going to use any post-processing for this proper test. Now here I'm recording in Audacity, and I have the AM8 using the USB-C. This is unedited, straight out of the microphone audio. Now I'm using the Scarlett Solo interface, using a XLR cable going into the back of the Fifine AM8. This is unedited audio. What do you think? For the remainder of this video, I'm going to be using the Fifine AM8 so you can get a real-life perspective. Amazon reviews are very telling for me, and I usually just go to the most negative reviews and try to imagine any validity to their claims. Hearing a summation of what others are dealing with helps me make that decision to purchase items online. So let's see what some of them had to say about the Fifine AM8. Okay, simply we just found the Fifine microphone. I'm using the XLR cable into the Fifine AM8 instead of doing the USB thing because I've got the new Rodecaster Duo and I just wanted to get some use out of it. It's not processing anything. I've turned everything off, but I want to get used to using it. It says it was purchased another time. It's because they offered to send me the money if I purchased it, and they sent me the money first and then I purchased it, so I knew they were serious. It is a very popular item on Amazon, and by saying that, I want to remind you that all of the Fifine microphones, even if they're different models, can have the same reviews all piled into one place. Try not to get them confused with all of the other Fifine microphones because they could be talking about something completely different. So now we're just going to go straight to all of the reviews here, and I'm going to do the one-star reviews first. Like I said, I mean, those are really telling. You got the unusual quiet, even with typical dynamic microphones adjustments. I don't find that an issue so far. It's been working just fine. So we're going to move on to another one. All right, this one couldn't get the mic to work through USB on Windows 10 or 11. Could not for the life of me get this to output my voice through the speakers on my laptop. Again, here's a review that's talking about, not being able to get the audio into a laptop or desktop, but I got it to record voice in Audacity. It sounds like a user error to me, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on because you've already lost me. Now, this mic makes my voice sound high-pitched, all right? Equalizer, I have a high voice, and I'm not dealing with that issue, so it's probably a you thing or you got a bad model, but it doesn't seem like I'm having the same problem. Distorted doesn't work one bit. Okay, no, that's not helpful. It works great, but shuts off randomly in the middle of recording. Stupid product. Okay, that wasn't helpful at all. All right, it just shuts off. I don't know if it's your computer issue or the actual microphone. Nobody's actually validated that this microphone it's either this microphone or it doesn't work. And now the mic sounds fine, but it causes a wide range of softwares via iMac to glitch. Again, that doesn't help at all. Trash. So much static that it's unusable. I don't know. No. The microphone was fine for 3 months. It was used for. All right, it's the first time I've heard this one, even though a Fifine microphone arm, but it stopped working. Did everything in their support page and through Google to try to fix it, but nothing worked. I don't know what to tell you there. Sometimes things just do go bad, but I hope the best for you. And then you bought the mic thinking, oh yeah, finally a friendly budget mic that's good quality. Well, it ain't good grammar, because I just got it today. It doesn't work. That didn't help. Thank you. The sound quality is the worst, and the volume is so low. Okay. False. So I'm really not seeing anything here where, oh, here's a good one. No XLR cables included. Buyer beware. Are you shitting me right now? All right, the one thing that I'm running into here that I'm kind of an overall theme is people talking about static. And if, there are some models that, do present some sort of static. Did you try to tell us that you maybe changed a cord? Were you using XLR or USB? Did you try multiple cords of each one to make sure you didn't have a bad cord? All of those things. I mean, you got to go through everything before you go write a review and try to bash something. Now, I'm not defending them. They may still have a static issue, but I can't validate that anywhere. It could be your computer. It could be compatibility issues. It could be power issues. You could have XLR turned on an XLR cable when this doesn't require one. Phantom power. So it's like, I got to take it with a grain of salt. So overall, I'm really not getting any bad vibes out of this because there's many, many, many more 5-star reviews and 4-star reviews, 76% and 12%. That carries 88% of all of the reviews. But pros, great price, looks great, sounds good. USB, XLR, use dynamic capsule. Cons, cannot shock mount. Come on, dude. Microphone's too quiet. No, it isn't. Plastic body construction, as most budget microphones are. Very easy to unknowingly mute. And then look down at the button, and must use included yoke mount. It comes off of the base of the stand, and then you can put it on any type of mounting arm. Again, I find some of these just like pointless information that's not helpful to anybody. You know, I don't see or foresee any problems with this microphone. I'm very happy with it. So, you know, I would highly recommend it, but let's go ahead and move on. So see, it's very helpful to do a very good review on Amazon to help everyone out. If I have anything critical to say about something, then I'll go to that review, but I'll also try to supply some sort of remedy that would be helpful to everyone. One thing you should be aware of, though, that is when you're using the XLR cable on this, you're not going to get functionality for the mute button that's on the top or the control buttons on the bottom or RGB. You're not going to get any of that because it's all controlled with the device that you're going to be using. Now, when doing reviews, most YouTubers will do a pro and con list. I don't really have that many cons, more so nice to haves. And that would be if you could press one of these buttons and push it in and then turn it, you can fine tune that RGB ring to better match the colors in your studio. But that's just nitpicking now. And another thing that would be nice for attention to detail is getting the matching USB-C cord color to go with the corresponding one that you picked on Amazon. I'll have it all linked down below for you to check out, but I would really appreciate it if you would use my Amazon affiliate links for it. It really helps out the channel. And with that, moving on. But after all of that being said, what did you think? So I hope you got something out of this video, and if not, please hit that dislike button twice on your way out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.